Hello and welcome to episode 41 of the podcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Noah.
And we are the Knights of Entertainment, a podcast covering your favorite and unknown comic books, anime, comic books, and more weekly. We appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy the show. This is what we are covering tonight. Tonight we are covering the worst things done by the boys in Southpark. Which, there's quite a few. So,
They're fucking war criminals at this point.
But before we do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow us on Rumble, Odyssey, and more. We also have tiers on most of those platforms as well if you'd like to help out the channel. Or you can check out Coffee Brand Coffee, promo code KOE Podcast for 10% off.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and get into it. So, I have a list of things that were done by the four of the main boys in South Park. We're actually taking out Kenny, because Kenny is actually a hard person to find bad things that he does.
Yeah, he's Mysterio after all. Spoiler alert.
If you find Kenny, it's usually things that are done to him, not things that he's done.
Or he's the thing that he's been a part of because of the gang that he had no choice in.
Right. It's usually a group thing if it involves him. It's not usually individually his own things. Although I will say one of the things for Kenny, one of the worst things was whenever he got suffocated by what's-her-name's crotch.
Oh, Miss Crabtree.
Yeah.
He came out just a fucking oozing blob of just... that was one of the grossest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. So Kenny's had things...
Oh, wait. That wasn't Kenny. That was this kid that dressed up as Kenny.
Uh-huh.
And he was pretending to be Cartman, skinny, the main guy's styling... Colin Stan blackmailed him. It's like, I don't want to do this, guys. So you get up there, you get up that vagina, and you get in there. So that was actually wasn't Kenny.
Oh, really?
No, that was another kid in a Kenny outfit.
Huh?
Because I don't know, something happened to Kenny before that.
He died before that.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start off with Kyle here. Kyle Broflowski. He wrote a letter to Fidel Castro of Cuba.
He did?
Yes.
Shit, I don't remember that at all.
Wanting them to end violence in Cuba. And that was in the Wacky Molestation Adventure.
Oh, fuck. Is that where they sent everyone to jail? Yeah, that's when everyone just got sent to jail. They just believed their kids 100%.
Yeah.
All the police did. They just sent everybody to jail without any actual investigation. So then the whole fucking town was just free and clear. But wasn't that the episode where it's like Children of the Corn?
Sounds like it.
Where there's just no adults and then this couple comes into town.
Yeah.
And they all get accosted by these kids. I think that's the same episode.
Yeah, I think it was. The next one's not too horrible, but he claimed to his parents that God did not exist since they're Jewish. That was in Cartman Land.
Oh, yeah, because he was mad because if all this good stuff can happen to Cartman, then there's no hope for anybody. And his hemorrhoids just getting worse and worse because he had hemorrhoids and they wouldn't go away. He's like, there is no God, Mom and Dad. He was laying on his side in the hospital because his asshole was so fucking inflamed. It's like, there is no God, Mom and Dad. There's nobody. Doesn't matter. All this good stuff can happen to Cartman. Then there is none in my asshole.
The next one, he turned Rebecca Cotswold into a whore.
That's a little homeschool girl. Yeah. Yeah, she was.
He transformed himself into Jerseyite, and that was it's a Jersey thing.
Yeah, his mom is like she's actually from New Jersey. So she's like a really mean, she's like a New Jersey mom. And she called everybody muff cabbage. She knows what muff cabbage means, and apparently, yeah.
He created a Facebook account for Stan without his permission, and you have 0 friends.
That's not... Well, that's
a horrible, but having a Facebook created for you.
For you? He had the highest level of friends of anybody. Stan's shit was so powerful. Like, it became its own sentient thing, apparently.
He burned down the school and butt out.
Butt out. That's when they started smoking cigarettes. Like, if I remember, apparently the dorkiest people ever came to don't smoke drugs, kids. If you want to be like us, don't smoke cigarettes. And they're like, fuck all that. They're all fucking puffing their shit out. Are we normal now?
This is hard.
They're all fucking dying trying to smoke these cigarettes. to not be turned into those dorks.
He got arrested for downloading music off of the internet.
Yeah, I remember that.
In the Christian hard rock episode.
Yeah, when he was trying to beat Cartman to get a gold album or some shit.
Yeah.
And
it turns out there is no gold. There are no gold albums in the Christian music.
Yeah, so Cartman, like all that money they made, and Cartman did not give a fuck if he couldn't beat Kyle for like a $10 bet or some shit.
Right? Wasn't it? Yeah, he was in the group with Token and
Butters.
Yeah,
and they were making fucking millions probably. And he threw that all the way.
Yeah.
Token beat his ass. Butters farted on his face.
Yeah. He transformed Cartman into a ginger. Ginger kids.
That was when Cartman he had said something really derogatory toward gingers. So I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna teach him a lesson. So he broke into his house that night and painted him up, gave him red hair, fucking cheeks, made him. I don't know how he got the hair on his head. I think he glued it on. And then the next day, and then Cartman basically turned the fucking ginger kids into a Nazi organization.
And he kept calling Kyle the Daywalker.
Yeah, because he was a redhead with fucking normal skin.
Because the gingers can't go out in the sun.
And then fucking Kyle whispered to Cartman's ear, like, what's that? I'm not. You did what? And then all the ginger kids wanted to know what the fuck Kyle told Cartman.
He fell in love with Cartman's girlfriend, Heidi, and doubling down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Heidi, like, yeah, Kyle, I don't know about Kyle. I always thought he was the gay one in the group. Because because of the chick from the Mormon or the homeschool. I guess not, but he's never had a love relationship.
Yeah,
but I mean, Stan has with what's her fucking name? I forgot her name. Wendy.
Yeah,
Testaburger. And then Cartman. Of all the characters, Cartman got a girlfriend, Heidi, who was actually like a decent human being.
And then she became Chunky.
And then she became Cartman as a girl.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Where she told him, it's like, say one more fucking word.
Yeah, she got real bad.
Then he stole a whale from the Denver Sea Park in Free Willicks.
He was trying to save it because he thought he was talking to him. But it wasn't. It was those fucking guys in the damn control room.
Were they fucking with him?
Yeah. That fucking whale, they actually sent that one to space. It landed on the moon and died up there.
He tried to get rid of his cousin in the Entity.
Yeah, his other cousin is also named Kyle.
Yeah.
When I can't go out, I can't run because I got corns on my feet.
Good impersonation of it. This one's not, they consider it bad, but throwing toilet paper at the art teacher's home in toilet paper.
No. They just cleaned it up, and it was all in his mind. He thought that they had fucking killed themselves after that. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, he kept having these fucking guilty like flashbacks in his head. It's like, I can't live in this house with the toilet paper everywhere. Like, that's like, and Cartman was like, could not believe that Kyle was feeling that guilty that he was going to tell, right? That he fucking rode Kyle out to the ocean, like in the middle of the lake, Stan's pond or Stark's pond. He rode him out there. He was going to kill him with a wiffle ball bat. Like, Cartman was going to kill Kyle to keep him from confessing. And it was a wiffle ball bat, so he just kept hitting him. But he wasn't hurting him at all. So they spent all night there with Cartman just smacking him in the head. And Kyle just standing there taking a hit to the head.
What the fuck are you doing?
And all you hear is just him fucking just hitting Kyle. And it just fucking pans away.
He transformed himself into a tall black basketball player in Mr. Garrison's fancy new vagina.
Yeah, he used Mr. Garrison's balls and they blew out on him. The ball, when he fucking jumped up to throw a fucking alley-oop or a fucking slam dunk, he landed back down that shit. He hit the ground. His knees fucking blew up into balloons and burst. Fucking blew both his knees out.
He joked about Cartman AIDS diagnosis and tonsil trouble.
Yeah, so the difference between Kyle and Cartman is Kyle dressed him up as a fake ginger. No actual physical harm. Cartman broke into Kyle's house and dripped his blood in Kyle's mouth and gave him HIV positive. And I'm surprised Kyle didn't fucking kill him. He gave him HIV.
And the number one thing that Kyle Broflowski has done is he followed in his mother's footsteps about leading a revolt against Canada that caused the population of the city to get destroyed by President Garrison and super hard PC-ness.
I don't remember that one.
So he basically killed millions of people.
That's an old one. That's one of the newer episodes from like season 20 or something.
So now we have Stan.
Good old Stan Marsh.
He's flooded Beaverton.
Him and Cartman were playing on some random dude's jet ski, and it shit just fucking blew up into the fucking side of a beaver dam.
He made a stop bullying video for his ego.
Yeah, then he like started bullying people because they wouldn't accept the not to bully.
Did he recruit Butters? Bullied Butters into doing it?
He bullies Butters into it, I think. And then someone bullied Stan, and then someone bullied Jesus, bullied somebody, and someone bullied Jesus, and then Stan ended up in San Diego jacking off. That doesn't make any sense, but he does in the episode.
He lost the hockey game and let a little boy die of cancer because of it.
Yeah, the kid died, and then well, it was a bunch of grown men on the opposite team, like full hard on fucking like legitimate hockey players, right? And fucking preschoolers against preschoolers, and they beat the hell out of these preschoolers. Of course, they fucking lost.
He took a deuce in the urinal.
Yeah, fucking Mr. Mackey lost his fucking mind.
Who took a deuce in the urinal?
I'm gonna solve this fucking mystery.
He got a guy on QVC to blow his brains out.
Just do it. Just take the gun and just do it. That's what he did.
You want me to do it, huh?
By the way, suicide is no joke. So if you're feeling it, get some help. But man, Stan really fucked that man up. And then all the other bunch of people, this old lady's like, "You should do it." What are you carrying? Every time,
you pussy.
Yeah, basically.
He set Jimmy up to tell Wendy that she was a continuing source of inspiration to
Yeah,
him.
and with his fucking stutter, you know what came out? Stan said you're a cunt. A cunt. A cunt. A cunt. A continuing source of inspiration.
So she had already walked out.
Yeah, so she's like kept saying cunt at her.
He asked God why he was not bleeding out of his ass when he could have asked him any other question in the world. So he ruined it for the entire world because God said there could be one question asked.
Oh, I don't remember that episode. What's it called?
I couldn't find the...
Fuck. I haven't seen a lot of South Park.
Yeah, he went, because it was whenever they all got some kind of like stomach virus and they were all shitting blood. And he thought that they all thought, Cartman thought he had his period.
Wow. Cartman wouldn't think some shit like that.
And he got them all to believe that because he gave them all the virus as it kept going on.
God dang. Of course Cartman did.
So they all started getting blood in their shit. So they all thought they were getting their period.
Jesus.
And Stan was the only one that never got it. So he asked God why he wasn't getting.
All right, because they started thinking like, this is a good thing. We're just all.
Yeah.
There's no goddamn way shit coming out.
And Cartman got Tampax and stuff.
Yeah, now I vaguely remember. I don't remember the episode, but I know what you're talking about.
But he went and asked God why.
Like,
and it was the only because God came back to Earth.
Oh, then God said like, wait, you don't bleed in the men don't have periods.
Men don't have periods.
Yeah.
And then he left again.
You fucking dipped.
And the number one thing Stan has done that's evil for his friends, making his friends go ziplining for an iPod Nano.
Yeah, Kenny died on the yacht ride. He died of boredom.
I remember that.
They did a live action sequence of that. Kenny's dead. Fucking Cartman drinking. He didn't like Mountain Dew, so he started drinking Double Dew, which is twice the sugar and calories of regular Mountain Dew. Mm-hmm. But then it was messing with his stomach, so he started drinking Diet Double Dew, which is half the calories and sugar of Mountain.
Which is just regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah, so just regular Mountain Dew, which is the funniest shit I've ever fucking heard. It's just so fucking funny to me because how simple it is.
Yeah.
Like, I can't drink Double Dew anymore, so I'm drinking Diet Double Dew. It's got half the sugar and calories of Double Dew, so it's just fucking Mountain Dew then.
That is kind of how they label their stuff, though. Like, it's constantly like energy drinks and stuff. It's double the caffeine, and then we get half versions. And it's like, okay, it's regular.
Man.
Now we have Butters.
Butters, I'm surprised of actually.
Trying to destroy the world, and the Simpsons already did it.
He fucking either it was the aerosol thing or it was him trying to flood the world, which none of them worked.
So this is what he did. Upset with the world, Butters brings back his supervillain persona, Professor Chaos,
Yeah.
for another round of world-ending doom. With General Disarray at his side, Professor Chaos is ready to dispense mayhem and misery onto Southpark. Only one problem: none of his schemes are original. Throughout the episode, The Simpsons already did it. Disarray points out how Butters' plans were exactly the plot lines from various Simpsons episodes. So the entire time he was just plagiarizing everything The Simpsons had already done.
Yeah, so basically they were saying that Simpsons has been around forever. So I mean, of course, there's going to be correlation in theirs and theirs.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just that's storytelling. In the stories, there's always going to be like the story tropes that everyone sees. Your job is to make them original.
Then we have enlisting Facebook in a smear campaign in the franchise prequel. We have, once again, Butters transforms into his Professor Chaos persona.
I don't remember any of this.
But this time, he has a more damaging plan in place. With the help of Mark Zuckerberg, Butters spams Facebook with fake articles and ads to smear Cartman and company's reputations. Not only does this result in the boys losing a potential deal with Netflix for their superhero franchise, but Butters has unleashed something worse. The dubbed Zuckerberg runs all over South Park and becomes a total nuisance to the residents.
I remember that one. He's like, it's like fucking Mark Zuckerberg talking, right? But it's a different voice.
Yeah.
Like those martial arts Chinese movies that were dubbed over badly.
Yep.
So it's like, I'm watching, I'm like, Mark Zuckerberg, what the fuck did they do to Mark Zuckerberg?
So he breaks into their homes, sleeps in their beds, eats their food, and he does everything to those annoying who cannot watch this with his stoil. Remember, it's his style.
You can't beat my style. Yeah, he took that from Enter the Dragon. What's your style?
So he unleashed Zuckerberg.
And then they ended up fighting, the superheroes fought Zuckerberg.
Where you can't beat my style.
Yeah, they all started.
What about our style?
Basically. It's funny, though.
So that was something that he did that's a little evil. He released Zuckerberg on everybody. He also stole Cartman's ideas in Osimo.
Yeah, I mean, he donated all that money to like different like charities, right? Well, we don't need any money. Like, should you give some of that money to Osimo? It was his ideas after all. Cartman, I was surprised. The thing about Cartman is he's so committed to whatever specific plan he has at the time that anything else, it does not matter to him.
Yeah.
Like, he was making probably millions on these movie ideas. He could have just took his helmet off. Like, those are my ideas. I made them up. Give me that money. Instead, he wanted that fucking video that Butters had of him having a tea party. And he wanted to find out where it was. So he fucking took his helmet off one time in the bathroom, right? And he was so fucking skinny from not eating right. And like, he started eating a tube of toothpaste in the bathroom.
I remember that.
He is just he's just so deeply committed to that one goal that he initially has.
Because he did not want Butters to release that picture.
Right, in the video.
Or video.
And it's the same with the Christian rock band thing.
Yeah.
Like, he was making just money over fucking money. And he just wanted to win the bet. So he just threw it all away. It's just, Cartman's so fucking like, if I wish they do more episodes of him having that one definitive idea. Mm-hmm. And just watching all the other stuff that happens in between that is the best thing.
Next one we got, he was tap dancing, and you got F'd in the A.
Yeah, well, he ended up killing a bunch of people by accident, though.
But he still did.
It's horrific murder. Well, I guess it wouldn't be murders. It'd be accidental deaths.
Homicide.
No, because he's not.
Okay, manslaughter.
Basically, yeah. What more accident? 'Cause he wouldn't go to jail for it. I mean, if I how do I put this in? Like, no, yeah, I guess you would. Well, no, because say, I guess I'm not a lawyer, so I have no idea. So I'm not even gonna fucking attempt how you would not go to jail if you accidentally kill somebody.
Then we have he joined the Somalian pirates in Fat Beard.
So did Cartman. He was the one that led him to do it anyway.
We have setting fire to the school in gluten-free Ebola.
He did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that part.
The story was, whereas most of Butters' crimes against humanity have been shown, this one was left to our imaginations. With their startup company failed, the boys make amends with all the students and faculty they insulted before ditching school. Butters, on the other hand, took things to a whole other extreme before leaving with them for their ill-fated company. Apparently, Butters had started a fire in the gymnasium. For this, Butters was expelled, and the faculty held an entire meeting just on the subject of possibly accepting him back as a student.
Jesus, Butters.
Faking his own death. And margarine.
Yeah, they were trying to get that fucking little thing that those girls do.
Yeah.
Little paper thing.
The fortune teller thing.
Yeah. So they made him a horrific, like of him like wanting to kill himself. So they dressed him as a pig in his clothes and just threw him off the roof.
Like where it fell off of the billboard and or no, top of the building.
And they just landed right in front of his parents.
And then the doctor, he's dead.
Yeah, the doctor walks up and fucking checks the pulse of this fucking carcass.
That's literally just mush.
And then fucking Butters comes back because that one farmer guy makes it seem like if you put the body in the specific cemetery, he'll come back. And then this farmer shows up out of nowhere to Mr. Stotch. Like, I know what you're planning, Mr. Stotch. You're planning to put your son in that cemetery. But what comes back isn't the same, Mr. Stotch. So it's a fucking pet cemetery thing.
Yeah.
So Butters comes back, right? And the dad and the mom think that he's an abomination for the pet cemetery.
Yeah, from hell.
Yeah, so they tie him in, they tie him down in the fucking basement.
Mm-hmm, with chains and everything.
And they're like, I'm hungry. Like, oh, he needs to feed. So they bring him some realtor to look at the house. And they start in the basement. And Mr. Stotch kills the realtor. This woman just fucking kills her. And like, there, eat that. And Butter's like, can I just have some Oreos? Or no, like some SpaghettiOs?
Well, gee golly, guy.
So his dad's up one on murder.
He stole the boy's book in The Tale of Scrody McBoogerballs.
Yeah, probably the most disgusting book ever put to print. So bad. When people read it, they just throw up constantly. But it's such a fucking grandiose prose novel that it has to be printed and read. And Stotch basically becomes this fucking prolific author.
He started the kissing company and Butters Bottom Bitch.
Yeah, he was
He became a pimp.
Yeah, he's a pimp for a bit.
And then there's these.
Hey, bitch, don't you want to make some fucking money?
And then he asks Wendy, "Hey,
Yeah.
Wendy."
And then Wendy gets offended, tells Stan to beat up Butters, and Butters gets his other kid to hey, Butters touching me, beat his ass. And Stan's like, well, damn.
Clyde.
Yeah, it was Clyde.
Here, Clyde, here's $100. Stan comes at me, kick his ass.
Basically. Clyde's like, no problem, boss. I don't know if Clyde could beat Stan in a fight. I don't think
know.
so.
That is kind of like he's not bigger.
No, not even like a little bit. They're like the same size.
Yeah.
And Stan's been in some fucking brawls.
Yeah. Then we have the Sarcastable incident.
Yeah, when he's jacking off into fucking jars. This is cum.
Creamy goo.
Yeah, his creamy goo. And selling it. And it's like the greatest fucking flavor. Like no one's noticed, and it's fucking not even the women that drink it. Like this tastes like semen. For some reason, Stan's dad knows what it tastes like.
Randy knows some of the weirdest shit.
Like, I'm not one to taste my own semen, so I have no idea. But he's like, this is cum. Like off the bat.
So we've worked up to the worst of them.
Cartman?
Which is Cartman.
Yeah.
Cartman has,
Let's see his list of war crimes.
he made crack baby videos and crack baby athletics.
Yeah, where they're all fucking fighting each other. Little basketball crack babies. My God, I forgot about that.
The episode is called Crack Baby Athletic Association.
Yeah.
That's number 10. We're starting off.
He's a horrific human being.
We go to the next one. He drank Kenny's ashes in a ladder to heaven.
Oh yeah, and he got possessed by Kenny
just to get what was it? A ticket stub for a candy shopping spree.
Hey man, they got a lot of candy. He had like 3 buckets full.
He killed hippies and hippie died.
They killed a lot of them, yeah. When they all ran out, they had that big ass machine with the fucking drill at the front of it. It just bulldozed all over.
Yep. The next one, He faked Tourette syndrome and Le Petit Tourette.
Yeah, he fucked himself up because it broke his
His mental filter.
yeah, like his actual filter in his head, so he actually couldn't control it anymore. So now he was saying real horrific shit that he didn't want to say in the first place.
And sadly enough, Kyle saved him. Next one. He debated having Kenny killed for his PSP in Best Friends Forever.
He didn't debate; he was gonna have him killed. Like he was dead set on getting that PSP.
He became the new Hitler in The Passion of the Jew.
Yeah, he was.
We got all of them to chant and everything.
He idolized Mel Gibson as the new fucking prophet, apparently.
Yep.
Because of that movie. Because they vilified Jews because they killed Jesus. So he's like, it was so fucking weird.
The next one, he faked his way into the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
And up the down steroid.
And he fucking lost horrifically. Like, they were actually legitimate athletes, and he just did horrible. He couldn't beat any of them. The funniest part.
God damn it.
Yeah, he was mad as fuck. Every fucking event he lost by a huge margin.
Oh, shit. He went on a killing spree with Cthulhu and Coon and Friends.
Oh yeah, he did. He had Cthulhu kill a lot of people. I think the first one was Justin Bieber, if I remember.
He somehow used his kitten-like adorableness and persuaded the Lovecraftian monster to send his former friends to oblivion and lay waste to synagogues, hippies, and even Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. Then we have number 2. He gave Kyle HIV.
There you go.
The number 1, though, it's an obvious one.
Yeah, it's
He went
Scott Tenorman.
overboard. Yep.
Yeah.
He went overboard getting revenge on Scott Tenorman.
Some say he didn't go far enough. You ripped up that man's $5. You were asking for everything.
If anybody doesn't know the story,
Here's something crazy. There's actually a follow-up to that story
Is it really?
in episode 200 and 201 that they never show anymore.
Really?
Like it showed up one time, I think, on when it first aired, both of them, and they've never shown up again. Like, I've never seen them on TV, on Comedy Central. I've never seen them. They're not even on the streaming services.
Really?
They're 2 of the 5 banned episodes. There's 5 banned episodes of South Park on streaming.
Yeah, I know 2 of them have to do with the Prophet.
Yeah. I think, the Cartoon Wars is because of the Prophet. Super Best Friends also because of the Prophet. And there's those 3. And then those 2. So those are the 5. And it turns out that Scott Tenorman and Carmen are actually half brothers.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly. And he's trying to get back and I don't know, like apparently all the celebrities that ever been made fun of on South Park are trying to get their revenge on South Park. Like, it's like a meta joke that, like, they were made fun of within the world of South Park.
Yeah.
In that little town. So they're trying to destroy South Park or something. I can't remember correctly what it was. But Scott Tenorman's like the mastermind behind it or some shit. And like I've only ever seen the episodes. I didn't see them when they first aired. I've only seen them on fucking DVD. And I'm like, man, I've never seen these episodes. There's also a really bad episode in like season either 3 or 2 that follows this character named Pip. That is apparently the most hated episode that Matt Stone and Trey Parker have ever made.
The only thing I remember about Pip is the Rochambeau thing.
He fucking gets kicked hard in the nuts.
Yeah.
But there's an episode just starring Pip that apparently they rushed it because they were trying to get to Holiday. So both of them, I don't know which one hates. I think Trey Parker's the one that hates it the most, but he hates that episode of whatever the Pips have, and it is a truly horrendous episode. It's like, man, like when you see some of your favorite writers make a bad episode, you can just tell. It's like, man. So yeah, Scott Tenorman comes up and they beat him somehow, I think. I can't remember. But it's so crazy because I vaguely remember. Like, I still don't remember watching it once and that was it on DVD. But I'll watch it again when I talk about the episode. Man. Yeah, but if you guys don't know, he fucking cooked Scott Tenorman. Carmen cooked. He had his Scott Tenorman's parents killed. He fucking grinded him up and turned him into fucking chili. So they were gonna have a competition with Scott and Cartman, who made the best chili. And then you find one of Scott's mom's fingers with her wedding ring in the chili bowl. And he's like, "Is that your mom, Scott?" And Scott starts crying, and then Cartman starts licking his fucking tears.
That's salty.
That was when Cartman first really turned into Cartman.
Yeah.
Before that, he was just a fat, annoying kid.
Then he became evil.
And then he became Cartman.
Although one of the best things in the world is whenever he tried to do that to PC Principal, and then
he got the fucking shit beat out of him.
Like, did you use the wrong pronoun? And just
started stomping. Did you fucking derogatorily group of ethnic people into a stereotype? Because he was doing like the mafia Italian thing. He fucking beat the brakes off of him.
And then broke his head over a urinal, wasn't it?
Yeah, he beat. I don't remember how much. I know he stomped him out, like solid fucking MMA ground and pound.
I was just trying to get you in trouble for molestation.
Yeah, basically, as he's getting his fucking the shit kicked out of him.
But that is everything on some of the bad things that these kids have done in South Park.
And you're in luck because it won't be over. They're like another 4th seasons apparently.
Yeah, I think they renewed for another 4.
Like they're renewed for like forever.
Yeah, but it's South Park. South Park's been around since what, 99?
Yeah.
So they'll be around for a long time.
Yeah.
Whether they want to be or not.
It's going to be the Simpsons, South Park, and Family Guy.
Yeah, and the people that have South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they hate Family Guy.
They're so fucking loaded though. They made so much money with that Paramount deal.
Yeah, they did. But see, that's why they have Casa Bonita.
Yeah, we should go there sometime. We'll just reenact the whole fucking episode of that episode of Casa Bonita. We'll just lock somebody in the fucking basement.
But that is everything that we got for you on this episode, and we will see you guys on the next one.